Imagine waking up tomorrow. Before the day is over, you'll be forced to make a decision you never believed a human being could make. Right now, you don't know that yet. Right now, you're just trying to feed your family. You wake up with an empty stomach. Not the kind of hunger that disappears after breakfast. The kind that has been with you for days. Your youngest child is already awake. They're watching you, waiting for you to stand up, waiting for you to tell them everything will be okay. So you do. You smile, you pick up your spear, and you promise them, today will be different. Deep down, you know you're lying. Yesterday you found nothing. The day before that, nothing. Every hunt ends the same way. You come home with empty hands. Every night your family eats a little less. Every morning they look a little weaker. But what else can you do? You have to keep trying. So you leave once again. Hours pass. You search every place you've searched before. Nothing. Not a single animal. Not even fresh tracks. When you finally return, nobody asks if you found food. They already know the answer. Tomorrow. That's the word everyone keeps repeating. Tomorrow we'll find something. Tomorrow the hunt will pay off. Tomorrow the children will finally eat. But tomorrow never comes. Then one morning, someone doesn't wake up. Nobody screams. Nobody cries. Everyone just stares. Because everyone is thinking the same thing. Not, why did they die? But, what happens now? Hours pass. The body is still there. No one touches it. Until someone quietly says, there is still food. For a second, you don't understand. Then you look at the body, and everything inside you freezes. You survive. Your family survives. But surviving doesn't mean you're safe. It just means you've earned another day to fight. The food is gone again. Now the cold takes its turn. Every morning hurts more than the last. Your hands barely work. Your feet feel numb. Even taking a breath burns your lungs. Then, someone spots it. A massive animal, already dead. For the first time in days, people smile. Not because they found shelter, not because the nightmare is over. Because tonight, your children will finally eat. Everyone rushes toward the carcass. Knives cut through thick skin. Meat is passed from hand to hand. For a little while, it almost feels normal. Then the sun starts to disappear. The wind changes. Within minutes, the temperature drops. You look around. Nothing. No cave. No trees. No rocks large enough to hide behind. Just endless cold. That's when you notice something strange. Nobody stops cutting. In fact, they make the opening even bigger. At first you don't understand why. Then the first child climbs inside. Another follows. Then a mother. One by one. The entire tribe disappears into the animal. Your stomach turns. The smell is overwhelming. The blood is still warm. Every instinct tells you to stay away. Then another blast of freezing wind hits your face. You look at your children. They're shivering. They're waiting for you. And suddenly, climbing inside a dead animal doesn't feel unthinkable. Standing outside does. You take a deep breath and crawl inside. It's dark. It's cramped. It smells like death. But for the first time in days, you're warm. You close your eyes, not because you've stopped caring, because you've learned something terrifying. The things that once disgusted you are slowly becoming normal. The cold finally begins to fade. For the first time in weeks, you believe you might actually survive. Then you hear it. A howl, far away. Another answers. Then another. They've been following you for days. Not because they're chasing you, but because they're waiting. Waiting for someone who can't keep up. You keep walking. Hour after hour. Nobody talks anymore. Saving your breath matters more than conversation. Then you notice something. Your best friend isn't beside you. You stop and look back. He's there, just farther behind than before. You wait for him. He smiles. I'll catch up. You nod, but something doesn't feel right. An hour later, he's fallen behind again. Every step looks harder. His breathing is heavier. You slow down. So does your family. Nobody says anything. Everyone has noticed he's falling behind. Finally, the leader speaks. We can't stop. Nobody argues. Nobody has to. Because everyone already knows why. The wolves aren't hunting the strongest person. They're waiting for the weakest one. You look at your friend. He's still trying, still refusing to give up. Then he stumbles. He gets back up. A few steps later, he falls again. This time he doesn't get back up. The howling is closer now. Your children grab your hand. They look up at you, waiting for you to decide. Go back or keep walking. You already know what you have to do. You just wish it wasn't your decision. Your friend looks up one last time. Neither of you says a word. You don't need to. You turn around and keep walking. Behind you, one final scream echoes across the valley. The howling grows louder. Then it stops. Years from now, you won't remember how cold that winter was. You won't remember how hungry you felt. You'll remember one thing. The day survival asked you to choose between the man who had helped keep you alive and the family still walking beside you. Because surviving the Ice Age wasn't the hardest part. Living with what it asked of you was. This is ancient living.